Welcome to another episode of Pigtails here on Hogtown Homestead. The last time you saw us, we were probably having a conversation with my dad where he gave his hilarious news flash about feral pigs getting loose in Virginia, being traced back to a recently retired guy who lost control of his pigs. And that was hilarious. So now, episode 3, we're gonna pick it up the following day. Now, I'm gonna include some drone footage, and I'll try to explain from here what you're seeing in the drone footage. These pigs, we had no idea where they were, and so we used our camera drone to fly around the perimeter of our property to try and see if we could see them. Because I had the drone out one time before, and I saw them both coming back to the pig shed. It's really hard to point while you're doing a selfie video. So anyways, we went around the property with the camera drone. My property is split in half by one tree line. And so as I describe a green trail down by a tree line, you're looking at the center of our property. So without further ado, here comes episode 3 of Pigtails here on Hogtown Homestead. Enjoy. Thanks for watching. See you later. It is also worth noting that in this episode, you will see more Marco Polo conversations. I have to piece those together between conversations with my dad. And so keep that in mind because we were so busy chasing these pigs the day before and the following day after the remnants of Hurricane Ida came through. I did not have time to video any of what transpired other than through Marco Polo conversations. So now, this time, without further ado, enjoy the show. Thanks for watching another episode of Pigtails here on Hogtown Homestead. Sit rep. Little female kept on coming back to the shed last night because brother was in there. She could hear him but couldn't get to him. So I thought to myself, what you gotta do, since you have that dog kennel that you use for transporting Gus across the country, get that little male in that kennel and then open the door to the pen where she can see him, hear him, and smell him properly, and all will be well. However, I'm speaking quietly right now. However, as I went to try and corral him into the kennel, he rushed toward the opening of the pen, which was supposed to be Caitlin's cue for slamming that door on him. Instead, she got out of the way. So, now they're both out. They were out all night. But they have come back 3 times this morning, back to that shed. So, they're going to be here soon. Anyways, 2 pigs loose. They keep coming back. And now I have a ramp into their shed with some stinky dog food, some stinky pineapples, some apples, some peaches, French fries, pig feed, all kinds of cucumbers, all kinds of stuff. So you are looking at the camera drone right now, which there's the house. That's the road to get into our house. You turn all the way around. There's the pig shed. And here is where they've been hanging out. You see that tree line? So they've been hanging out on this tree line here. At least that's where the little female was all day yesterday. Just chilling on this tree line. Now if you fly over this way, there's a green path. You can probably see it. So that green path right at the edge of the woods is what she was using yesterday to get back and forth. Now they have come back 3 times today to the shed. Now I got another battery charged. So if I need to, I can spend about 50 minutes looking for these things with the camera drone. They have also been seen way down here. This is the far corner of my property. So the little girl was seen yesterday hanging out in this bottom right here. You see all the deer trails in there? She's been using them. So we got a heavy headwind for this drone to get back. So this is where we are. There's my house way over there. We're 31 meters high and 177 meters from me. So we're just gonna let them chill out in these woods. And when they get hungry, I'm convinced they're gonna come back. And then I'll do a low flyby of the shed right now, so you can see what they're coming back to. Actually, I think I see movement. Fortunately, everywhere you see a wood line, there is a fence. Some places have holes in it, but everywhere there's a wood line, there is a fence. So the only place that does not have a fence is the entrance to my property. But I'm bringing this thing back. I'm gonna show you what I did. We'll do a low flyby of the shed. So I put that ramp there, and hopefully they get up in there. I'm gonna land the drone now. The pigs are currently back, right in front of their shed. The tabletop I'm using as a ramp is too slick for them to get up into the shed. They tried. So then I attached some little ledges for them to grab onto, but they're currently back. Hopefully they get in that shed real soon. I seem to remember reading somewhere that pigs are close relatives of bears. And so I know from bear baiting, you want to get those bears' heads into something that they can't see. And so I had a thought. Let me walk through this with you real quick. But anyways, I'm thinking about taking that kennel. They'll both fit in that kennel. Thinking someone's doing some target practice. I'm thinking about taking that kennel and moving it here, backing it up to that so that they can't see my approach. Then I'm gonna take this old table and cover my approach from this side so that the opening of the kennel is here, back of the kennel is there. With my approach covered, I can come back and just swing that kennel gate closed, and then I'll have the pigs in there. Only problem with that is they're not used to food being in that kennel, which is an easy thing to fix. But anyways, here's what I got going in this shed. So I put some feed there, apples from our apple tree, which they took a bite of one. Some feed up this ramp, apples, corn, apples, corn, and then their main feed. We got some dog food in there, apples, corn, peaches, a tomato, French fries, water. Oh, and regular pig feed in there as well. Some of these apples are past due, and so hopefully they start to give off this really sweet aroma for these escapees.